in SPSS, and with the help of that data, we can do the analysis of the data. Before understanding how to define variables, we must know what are the variables. Generally, in each and every research, there are variables. And these variables are very helpful to frame the hypothesis, because hypotheses only work on variables. We can divide variables into two categories: dependent variables and independent variables. So now, what is dependent variable? Well, dependent variable is that variable which is affected by the independent variable, and independent variable are those variables which affect our dependent variable. I think in maths, we all have studied our equation, that is y equals to fx. That means y is a function of x. I think हम सभी जानते हैं जब हम बोलते हैं y is a function of x.
Ma'am, PPT is not visible. Ma'am, your screen is not visible.
I have. Hello, Priyanka ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, your PPT is not visible. I'm not able to see the PPT.
Again, I'm sharing, ma'am.
Hello. Hanji, you just try it again.
Yeah.
Actually, somebody was trying, na? That's why it created a problem.
Hello, ma'am. Hello.
Hello.
Ma'am, please define this example.
Yeah. Wait, ma'am. I am defining, ma'am. Wait.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Somebody else is also presenting something. Dev Shri Raji, please stop presenting.
Yeah, in spite of that, Priyanka madam, you must be play slides of Chanchala Jain madam. So I think it will be good for us, I think.
Now you can see, ma'am.
Yes, sir, I try.
Priyanka ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now you can see the PPTs.
Ma'am, no, we are not able to see. We are able to see you, but not PPT.
We are not able to see PPTs.
But it is showing me, it is sharing my PPT.
Only your picture is visible.
PPT is not visible.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am. PPT is not visible.
Yeah. Wait, ma'am.
Ma'am, just a minute.
Yes.
Stay connected. We are doing something.
Ma'am, I'm unable to share my PPT now.
Now it is showing Chanchala
Now it is working. Ma'am, now it is working. It will work. Just try it once.
Yeah. Now anyone can see my PPTs?
No, ma'am, it is blank.
Okay. It is showing.
No, it's blank.
We got the message that you are presenting, but we are not able to see anything on the screen.
Yeah, again I am trying. I have stopped that. Now again I am trying.
Okay, ma'am, no issues.
Now it is visible?
No, ma'am.
No.
No, ma'am.
Priyanka,
Hello,
can you see the slides?
No.
Hello, this is Shiva here. Can we reschedule meeting tomorrow using Zoom? Because already we have lost
No,
15 minutes.
sir.
Wait for
Just
a
a
while,
minute.
please. We are doing
Actually,
something.
Zoom is not for above. Yes, please. Zoom is not for above 100 peoples. Okay, so meeting will be continue after 5:11. So don't worry. Okay, we are waiting for that, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Ma'am, now it's visible.
Ma'am, please connect my call.
No, ma'am.
Hello. Ma'am, now PPTs are visible to you. Slides.
Yeah. It is visible now.
No, ma'am.
Now it's visible, ma'am.
No,
Can I
ma'am.
proceed further?
I think it is
Okay.
visible to few and it is not visible to others.
Yes,
No,
it
no,
is
it is
visible
visible, and
now.
it is just due to
Yes, it is
network
visible
issues.
now.
It is just due to network issues. It is visible to everyone.
Okay. Okay. So now I'm
Yes,
again.
Priyanka madam. Yeah, yeah. Listen, please, Priyanka madam.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, madam. Now don't add to another new person. Okay, actually they are coming and disturbing us. Okay, so please
Yes,
don't
yes,
add
yes.
to anyone again. Okay,
Sure, sir.
and
Sure.
please all the participants. Hello.
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 Yeah, please all the participants don't use another button. Okay, please see and review the meetings whatever we are going to conduct in, please.
But sir, I'm not able to see.
Click
I'm not
on
able to
ma'am's
see anything.
image. Click on
I
ma'am's
have done
pic.
that.
जहाँ पे मैम का आइकॉन आ रहा है वहां पर क्लिक कीजिए, तभी वो हो पाएगा. अदरवाइज यू विल नॉट एबल टू सी एनीथिंग.
Just hold on, ma'am. Yes, yes, now it is visible. Okay, now I'm able to see. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Okay,
So
Chanchala
now can I
ma'am,
proceed
please
further?
start.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
So we were
Jan
discussing
madam,
about.
please start
We are
from.
already
Yes,
running out of
please
time.
start from. Please start from starting, please.
Start from starting. Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay. No issue. So first of all, in first slide, I have discussed about SPSS. SPSS stands for Statistical Package for Social Sciences. It is a product of IBM. It is available in different versions. Latest version is 26. Today I will give you demo through 21 version of SPSS. SPSS is a statistical package which give us platform to analyze the data by applying different statistical tools which are available in SPSS. SPSS is more like Excel. In Excel, there are more than one worksheet, but in SPSS, there are only two worksheets or there are only two windows, that is the variable window and the data window. Here you can see the image of variable window. This window give us chance, or this window allow us to describe or define our variable, whatever variables are there in our study, that variables we can define here. After defining these variables, we can see these variables in data view. You can see these whatever variable we have defined in the variable view, they are showing in the column heading of the data view. In this window, we can enter the data as well as we can import the data for the analysis purpose. But before defining the variables in SPSS, we must know what are the variables. Generally, in each and every research, there are variables. These variables help us to formulate or frame the hypothesis, because hypothesis only works on variables. Generally, variables can be divided into two categories: dependent variable and independent variable. Dependent variable are those variables which are affected by independent variables, and independent variables are those variables which affect the dependent variable of our study. Generally, I think we all have studied our equation in maths, that is y equals to fx. Y is a function of x. In this equation, y is a dependent variable and x is an independent variable. Why we are saying y is a dependent and x is an independent? Because x can take any value, but the value of y will always be dependent on the value of x. That is why y will be the dependent variable and x will be the independent variable. Generally, as a rule, we keep in any equation, we keep dependent variable in left hand side and independent variable at right hand side. Now we can understand with an example what is dependent and what is independent variables. For example, a researcher or a teacher wants to measure the performance of students. So the question arises, what can be the independent variables which can lead to the performance of students? So here I am taking two variables. These are hard work and intelligence. These two variables lead the performance of student. But only these two variables are enough which can affecting the performance of students? No, there can be some other variables as well. So for understanding purpose, I am taking here two more variables, and these variables are age of the student and socioeconomic status of student. Socioeconomic status of student will give that particular student a chance to explore if socioeconomic status of a student is strong, and it allow the student to access different resources, and with the help of that they can improve their performance. So this way these two variables can also affect the performance of the student. But before understanding or defining these variables in SPSS, we must know how we can define these variables, because hard work and intelligence are very vague terms. We must know how we can measure hard work and intelligence. So hard work can be measured in terms of number of hours of study. That means how much time a particular student devote for their study purpose. That can lead to a good performance. Second one is intelligence. To describe intelligence, I am taking IQ score of the students. IQ score again indicators how a student will perform in any exam. So this way we can define the variables properly, and it is very mandatory to understand us how we will define our dependent and independent variable. Performance we can measure in terms of marks obtained by students. Here, age and socioeconomic status of students will be known as moderators. Why I am saying moderators here? Because these variables are part of the study, but these are the not main variables which are affecting the performance of the students. So that is why I am calling age and socioeconomic status as a moderators. What do you mean by moderators? Moderators mean these variables moderate the relationship between dependent as well as in of the relationship between the dependent and the independent variables. Means these are the third variable of the study which can affect the strength of the relationship between dependent and independent variables. So these two slides, that is this one and this one, these are very important, and these are the crux of the study, because in every study we have variables, and it is very necessary for any researchers to know how to define variables. If it is clear to you how you can define a variable, then you can easily define your variables in SPSS. Now there are certain rules which we need to follow before defining, we need to follow for defining a variable in SPSS. First rule indicators. Variable name can start with alphabet, but it cannot start with with numbers or some special characters like dollar, hash, exclamation, and ampersand sign. But these special character and numbers can come in between the variable name, or they can come at the end of the variable name. There is, I want to let you know one thing. We can start a variable name with the @ sign. Other rules, if we want to define a variable with the help of two words, so SPSS won't allow you to give spacing between these two words. If you want to give spacing between these two words, you need to take the help of underscore sign. And if we want to elaborate our variable, describe our variable in proper way, we need to take the help of label column of the variable view in SPSS window. Now, the most important thing I would like to let you know about the measurement scales. Why I'm discussing measurement scales here? Because measurement scale, while you will define a variable, you must decide which kind of your what is the kind of your variable, whether it is a nominal variable or ordinal or interval or ratio scale variable. So we can define measurement scale, or we can divide a measurement scale generally in two categories: categorical scale category or discrete category. Second one is continuous or metric scale category. For in first category, there are two scales, nominal scales and ordinal scales. Second category, again, there are two scales, that is interval and ratio. Now we will see all four one by one. First one is the nominal scale. Nominal scale generally give us a categories. Categories, those are mutually exclusive in nature. We can understand this by an example. Suppose there is a variable that is gender. There can be only two categories. One is male, second one is female. Suppose being a female, I will be the part of female category. So mutually exclusive meaning is I cannot be the part of male category. So nominal scale give you chance to categorize the variable only. It can it have only one characteristic or one feature, that means you can only categorize the variable in nominal scale. But when we are talking about ordinal scale has the specialty of nominal scale as well as its own specialty, that is rank order. That means suppose I am giving here an example. Suppose there is a variable that is height. Generally we measure height in terms of meter, inches or something. But here I am, for understanding purpose, I am measuring height in terms of short, medium and tall. So this way I can divide or categorize the height in terms of short, medium and tall. By the same time, you can see we can arrange these three either in ascending order or in descending order. So this way we can rank also, we can rank the categories also. So this way ordinal give you the chance to categorize the data and to rank the data. There are some other examples in the slide which you can see. They are socioeconomic status, age, blood glucose level, etc. Now, talking about interval scale. Generally, Likert scales are referred as interval scale. For example, if I want to measure the opinion of respondents on some particular topic, so for the purpose, I can use a Likert scale with the options strongly disagree, disagree, neutral, agree, strongly agree. This is the 5-point Likert scale. You can extend it to the 7, 9 or 11 level. It is up to you, whatever point you want to decide. That keep in mind, it will be only a odd number. Means Likert scale can be in odd number 5, 7, 9, 11 and so on. How much categorization or how much difference you can keep between two categories, it's totally up to you. In this scale, you can see I need to quantify the scale because SPSS is a quantitative package that works only on quantity. So whatever options I am giving for my Likert scale, I need to quantify those categories or those options. Suppose for strongly disagree, I am giving 1, disagree it's 2, neutral 3, agree is 4, strongly agree is 5. So here you can see in this scale, we can measure the gap between 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, and 4 and 5. The difference between 1 and 2 will be same, and the difference will be 4 and 5 will also be same. This is the specialty of interval scale. Means interval scale have 3 qualities, that is categorization, second one is rank ordered, and third one is different equal interval between two options. So that is known as interval scale. But the drawback of interval scale is that there is no absolute zero. For example, if I want to measure attitude or motivation in a particular person, so if I say, I mean to say, I won't find a person who has zero attitude or zero motivation level. So this way we can say interval scale has no absolute zero. But this drawback of interval scale can be covered in the ratio scale. Ratio scale ratio scale has all the properties of the previous three scales, that is nominal, ordinal, and interval. For understanding ratio scales, I am giving an example of income. Suppose I am saying the income of a particular person is 0. So indeed it means income will be 0. So this way ratio scale has a absolute 0, but the other three scale don't have the absolute 0. So in this slide, you can see the characteristics or the features of scales. There are features are like identification or categorization, magnitude, equal difference, absolute 0. Nominal scale only possesses first feature, ordinal possesses first 2, interval possesses first 3, and last scale possesses all the 4 features which are written in the slide. So this was the theoretical aspect which I have shared with you. Now I will discuss, or I will show you the practical exposure through SPSS. So now I am going to share with you I hope you all can see the SPSS window.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. PPT is not visible.
PPT
No, ma'am.
closed. Now I have started the SPSS. Can you see?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Your photo is visible. Now it's
No, ma'am.
visible, ma'am.
Yeah. It was in
Now
closed.
it's
Yes.
visible.
No,
Yeah.
not visible.
So,
It takes time to load. Please wait. It takes time to load.
I am waiting. As you say, okay, then I'll start to describe how to define variable in SPSS.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
I think it's visible to all, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
so
yes,
now,
visible.
yeah. Thank you all. Yeah. So as I have told you, there are two views in SPSS. First one is the data view and second one is the variable view. You can see at the left bottom corner, there are two views, data view and variable view. In data view, we can enter the data, and in variable view, we can define the variables. So now I am starting to define the variable. First column is name column. That means it is stating to give the name to the variable. So I am writing the variable name. Suppose I am writing 1 hard work. Now I am switching to the next. You can see here a error warning coming to me that variable name contains an illegal first character. Maybe you remember I have discussed in the slides, we cannot start a variable name with the numbers. So I am just writing here hard work. Now I am shifting to the second cell. Now you can see variable is created. Automatically remaining columns or remaining cells are filled by the software SPSS. We can change these values as per the need. Whatever we want to keep the values, we can change accordingly. Suppose I'm discussing the second tab, that is the type. Type indicates the type of the variable. I'm clicking on the right corner of this cell. You can see a dialog box will be appear here. In this, there are different types of variable are given, like numeric, comma, date, dot, date, dollar, string, etc. This way, we can define the type of the variable whatever we want. Generally, SPSS is the quantitative package, so it only works with the numbers. And I have told you, hard work we are measuring in terms of number of hours. Hours means 24 hours maximum can be in a day. So 24 is a number. So we can keep that hard work type as a numeric. In the right corner of this dialog box, you can see width as well as the decimal places. As I have told you, number of hours can be 24 maximum. So means only 2 digits are required to define hard work in terms of hours. So I am keeping it as 2. and then clicking on OK. As I have clicked on OK, one warning message coming to me. The number of decimal places is too large for the field width. That means decimal places cannot be equal to or greater than width size. So I am reducing it by 1 and then clicking OK. So now I think you can see here width is 2 and decimal places is 1. If I want to measure hard work in terms of hours and minutes, so this way we can define the hard work. The next tab is the label tab. In label tab, we need to define our variable in better way. It is not mandatory to use this label tab, but if you want to describe your variable in better way, then you can take the help of this tab. I am writing here number of hours of study. So now hard work can be defined as number of hours of study. Now discussing about before discussing about values, missing columns and alignment, I am taking other variables also here, that is intelligence, performance, then age, gender, income, question 1, question 2 and name. I have taken Q1 and Q2 deliberately to demonstrate you the Likert scale and name as a string variable. By default, all the variable are numeric, but name is a character because we can take name, we can define name in terms of text only. So we need to change its type. So I'm changing its type as a string and then clicking on OK. So now we will understand about the value tab now. Suppose for gender, suppose in my study gender I am measuring in terms of male and female only. So I need to give the value to categories of male and female. Suppose I am giving 1 to male. So I have given label 1, value 1, label male. Then click on add. This will be defined. Now suppose 2 will be female. Then add 3 will be other and then add. So we have seen here the use of add. You can see here there are 2 more tabs. Those are not highlighted. Those are change and remove. I will show you how to use change and remove. Suppose 1 is male. Again, I want to change its label. Suppose I'm writing male, in place of male, I'm writing M. So you can see the change tab is highlighted now. I can click on change. Now this way, I can change any value or label, whatever we want to do. 3, suppose I don't want 3 in my study, I can remove this and then click on OK. This way we can set the values. Now, if your variable is of Likert scale type, means suppose I have taken here Q1, I like maths. This is a statement. I want to measure this statement in terms of Likert scale. So I can give 1 to strongly disagree, add 2 to disagree, then add 3 to neutral, add 4 agree, add, and last 5 is strongly agree and add. Now click on OK. This way I have defined this particular question of Likert scale. Second, suppose second question is also of Likert scale. So what I need to do, again, I don't need to define these values. I just go to the above, that is to the, for the, that I will go to the Q1 values, then click on right, copy, and then click here and then paste. See, you can see here, we don't need to define again and again. Same thing. If once we have defined, we can copy it and then we can paste at the desired place. This way we have defined values. Now talking about missing. For this, I am coming to the data view. Suppose I have entered income, that is for there are two respondents. Income of first respondent is 10,000 and income of second respondent is 15,000. Suppose you can see, I think those people who are joined through laptop, they can see in the remaining cell there are small dots are there. Maybe you people are able to see. I am highlighting this. These dots are indicating us that these values are missing from the data set. So if these values are missing from the data set, then we can define these values with the help of system. We can go to the transform, then click on record into same variables tab, click on OK. A window will appear. Here we will select all the variables and we will transfer these variables in this variable box. Click. It is showing me the list accepts either numeric or string variables. So, okay, list will accept only numbers and name is a string variable. So, I am leaving it at n and transferring remaining variables in this numeric variable box. Now, clicking on old and new values. After clicking here, just check system missing is selected. Now, define the value. Suppose I am defining minus triple line. Then add, continue, and then OK. We can see here a message that code is executed. I think as the code will execute, you can see the cells which have the missing value, which do not have any value, which doesn't have any value, they are filled with the system defined value, that is minus triple line. I think you all can see here. So why I have taken minus triple line? Because hard work cannot be minus triple line, intelligence, performance, age, gender, anything cannot be minus triple line. So this way we can fill the missing cell values. But make sure one thing, these missing values will not be the part of analysis. Means system fill this value for, because we are giving the command to system to fill the missing column or missing cell values. So these values are generated by system, but these values will not be the part of analysis. This is the one way of defining missing value. Second way is we can come to the variable view. Suppose I am clicking on age. When I am clicking on age missing value tab, one dialog box will appear. Here you can see there are three options. First option is no missing values. That means software considers there is no missing value in the data set which we are using. So by default, there is no missing value. But if we want to define some missing values, we can take the help of next two options. That is discrete missing values and range plus one optional discrete missing values. So we'll see what is the discrete missing values. I'm clicking on discrete missing values. It gives me three boxes. It allows me to mark three values which can not be the part of calculation. Suppose in my study, I don't want to study the minors whose age is 13, 14, and 15. I can define here this way. These the persons whose age is 13, 14, and 15, these will not be the part of analysis. So that is the one way. Second is the range plus one optional discrete missing values. I'm clicking on this to select this option. It gives you the range. Suppose I don't want to study a person whose age is 50, above 50 and less than 90. I don't want them to be part of that study. So I will click on 50 and 90. Means the person whose age is more than 50 but below 90, they won't be the part of calculation. As this option giving me one more option, that is discrete value. I'm defining here 18, means the person whose age is 18, they cannot be the part of the study, and the person whose age is between 50 to 90, they cannot be the part of the analysis. For some reason, I'm For some reason, I am taking this. So maybe you have understood what is the missing values. I think I have seen a message. Somebody wants to ask me to repeat the missing values. So again, I'm repeating you. I'm canceling this and again I'm repeating you. There are different ways to define missing values. First one is we can go to the transform window. Then we can go to the record into same variable. Then we will click on this. Then we need to define, we need to shift all the variables in the variable box, which I have already, which you can see. All the variables are here in the variable box. Then I will click on old and new variables. After clicking this, one more dialog box will appear. Here you need to make sure system missing should be selected. And then in value, we need to define whatever value we want to define. Why I'm defining minus triple line? Because attitude cannot be minus triple line. Even intelligence, performance, age, gender, anything cannot be minus triple line. So that is why I have taken some identifiable number so that easily I can understand after a long time if I will open the same SPSS window. So it is easily identifiable to me that these minus triple line indicates me that this is the missing value, and these are the system defined value for the purpose of just entering the data. But these missing values will not be the part of analysis. Please pay attention here. Missing value means these values are missing from the study and these values will not be the part of study. Either one way is this. After continuing this, we can go and check that these values are filled here. These are system defined value and these will not be the part of analysis. That is the one way of missing value. Second way of missing values analysis is we can click on variable view. Suppose I am going for age missing value tab, clicking on the right corner, you can see a dialog box will appear. In this dialog box, there are three options. First one is no missing values. No missing values means software consider there is no missing value in the data set. Means by default, there is no missing value according to the software. But suppose if I want to eliminate particular age groups, which I don't want to study for my analysis purpose, I can remove with the help of this missing value tab. In discrete, I can define, suppose I don't want the persons whose age is 13, 14 or 15. They can be the part of analysis. So I need to define here in the missing value tab. If you are giving directly the numbers, that is known as discrete. But if you want to give range of the data, you can go to the range +1 optional discrete missing values. Here you can define the range. Suppose I want the persons whose age is more than 50 and less than 90, they should not be the part of my study. And discrete value, I want the age of person, those whose age is 18, they should not be the part of the analysis of the whatever research I am conducting. So I need to define here missing values this way. I will click on OK. They will be defined here. Now the persons of age group of 18 and between 50 to 90, they will not be the part of analysis for age group variable. I think now I hope you can understand what is missing values now. There is one more way to analyze missing value. That is, we need to go to the analyze tab. Then you can see here missing value analysis. Generally, this missing value analysis we use when we are going for the structural modeling, because if your data set is large and there are so many values which are missing in the data set, then in that case, without defining or without analyzing the missing values, it can lead us to the unexpected results. So for modeling purpose, again, we need to go for the analysis purpose of the missing values. Now, moving towards next column, that is column tab and alignment tab. These two tabs are just only for the beautification purpose of SPSS window. They have no relevance with the statistics. For example, I am talking about column. I will show you. Suppose I am coming in the data window. Suppose I am stretching here Q2 variable. So you can see the impact of stretching on the width of the column. You can see here, now the Q2's column width is 30 because I have stretched it. Suppose I stretch out it again, so you can see now size is again 8. Got it? So this is the one way. Second way, you can use these up and down arrows. Clicking on upper arrow, you can increase the column width. You can see now it's 32. Then again, I am reducing it with the help of lower arrow. Now you can see the width of Qt is reduced now. Got it? Now, alignment. I think it is well known to you all. Alignment can be left, right, and center. It's up to you, whatever way you want to keep it. By default, it's right. Now, again, the main important thing is measure. We need to define how we are measuring our variables here. Suppose I'm talking about hard work, intelligence, performance, and age. These all are continuous variables. That is why these will be the scale variable. But the gender is a categorical variable. It's a nominal variable. There are categories only. So we can keep its measure type as a nominal. Income, Q1, Q2, these all are the scale variables.
Share the PPT.
So this way you can see how we have defined variables.
Ma'am, share your screen, please.
This way you can understand, or you can see how we have defined variables. Now I'm coming to the data view. Suppose.
Excuse me, I'm sorry to disturb you, but your share is.
Please share your screen once again, ma'am.
Ma'am, please share your screen once.
Okay, I'm trying. Okay.
It is visible.
Ma'am, it is visible. You just click. You just pin to that one.
Yes, it is visible. Just click on pin. You need to pin the screen.
I hope you got, sir. Then you have pinned my
Madam, variable view.
Variable view. Now you can see, sir.
Yes, madam. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Ma'am, your screen is not visible.
I think many times instructions are given to you. You need to pin my pic. You can see my pic at right corner. You need to pin that. After that, you can able to see.
It's done, ma'am. But some participants had got muted their phone.
Okay, I request one more time, please turn off your microphones so that you can listen me and other can also listen me properly. I humbly request you, please switch off your microphone, please. So again, I'm coming to the measure. I want to let you know one more thing here. As we have discussed in the slides, that there are 4 types of skills. That is
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Can't see, ma'am. Can't see the PPTs as such.
Sorry?
Your PPT is not visible.
Ma'am, I'm not showing.
It's visible, madam. It's visible.
I'm showing the SPSS window to you. It is visible.
No, ma'am.
Yes, madam.
No, ma'am. It's not visible.
No, ma'am.
No, madam. Not visible.
Not visible, ma'am.
Not visible. Not visible.
We can't see, ma'am. It is not visible.
It is not visible, please.
Ma'am, wait for some time.
Visible.
It will be.
It is visible, ma'am. Please pin option.
It is visible.
Madam, it is
Please go to.
Madam, it's visible.
Not visible.
No, ma'am.
Visible. Please check it once.
pin करिए हो जाएगा.
Not visible, ma'am.
Ma'am, it's not visible.
Ma'am, I request you to
visible, ma'am.
on my pic.
Thomas, yeah, just 1 minute, ma'am. Thomas, ma'am.
Not visible. Priyanka ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, try it once again.
Okay, ma'am. Again, I'm
From your
starting.
side, try it once again for our participants.
Ma'am, so much of disturbance. Ask others to please mute their phone.
I think everyone is matured enough. They should know they are in presentation. They should need to keep their microphone
Mic
off.
off.
You all are here for learning purpose. I request you all, please turn off your microphones so that you can listen me and everyone can listen me properly. I think now it is visible to you all.
No, ma'am.
I have shared again.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, it is not at all visible. Your screen is
No,
not
ma'am.
at all shared.
One more time I'm sharing. I have stopped sharing. Now again I'm going to share.
Ma'am, in the meanwhile, please pick up my call.
Yeah, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
मैम ये माइक को थोड़ा ऑफ कर दीजिएगा.
मैम जस्ट अ मिनट. No, एक मिनट.
ओके. ओके जी.
It's visible now.
It's visible, madam.
It's visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, visible.
Okay.
Now it's visible, madam.
Now all the participants should pin the screen.
अरे यार.
Hello.
Hello,
you all can see the window now, SPSS window?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Thank you. Now I'm again starting to let you know about the measure. Here when I'm clicking on measure, you can see there are 3 options: scale, ordinal and nominal. As we have discussed previously in PPTs, there are 4 kind of scales, and the scales are nominal, ordinal, interval and ratio. But in SPSS merges 2 scales, that is interval and ratio, under one head, that is scale. By side you can see the icons as well. There are icons indicating you nominal scale is a scale which give you the chance to categorize the data. which you can see with the help of Venn diagram. You can see there 3 circles are here, red, blue and green. It indicates, means there we can only take the categories for this particular measure. In ordinal scale, you can see the bar graph. It is again of 3 colors, that is blue, green and red. It means there is a categorization also, and also the ranking of the categories. And Likert scale, that is the scale variable or scale measurement, it is indicated by a scale only. Scale means simply which we can use in our mathematical purpose, that is the icon of scale. So this way we can define variable in SPSS window. After defining variable, I am coming to the data view. Suppose if I'm keeping my cursor on hard work, maybe you can able to see it is indicating me the label, that is number of hours of study which we have taken in the label head, like this. I have defined only hard work in label column, and that second one is the Q1, that is I like maths. So this way we can define variables in SPSS. Now how to import data in SPSS, I will show you that first. There are 2 ways to import data in SPSS. First one is you need to go to the file menu, then go to open and then data. Then click on data, a dialog box will appear. Here you need to locate the location where your data is stored. My data is stored in desktop. By default, the location is desktop for this particular dialog box in my system. I just only need to select the file here. So the file is on my desktop. I am just selecting the file and clicking on open. As I will click on open, I think you are able to see the next file. This way we can import data. That is the one way. Second way is, I think at the right corner, upper right corner of this window, you can see there is a folder icon. In a yellow color, you can see a folder icon. We can click on that. Again, a dialog box will appear. Here again, we need to locate the stored location of our file. We can select anything, wherever our file is there. We can select here, and then we will select the file and then click on open, and the file will be open. I am not opening here because I have already opened one file. So this was the agenda for the day. We have discussed today data view, variable view, how to define variable in SPSS, and how to import data in SPSS. So we have reached the I can see a query how to import data from Excel file. Suppose, so for again I'm going to the open window, sorry, file menu, then open and then data. After clicking here, now you can see files of type. This will give us opportunity to select whatever type of file we want to import in SPSS. Suppose if we want to import an Excel file, we just need to select the Excel. You can see here Excel, that is star.xls, and there are other extensions also. After clicking on this, you can see there are different files which I can see on my desktop, which are in Excel form. I can only click on any one of file and then click on open. This way we can open a Excel file, or we can import an Excel worksheet in the SPSS. So this is a way of importing the data in SPSS. As I have told you, if time permits me, I will let you give little bit brief about the frequencies. I am going to the analyze, then descriptive statistics, and then frequencies. Here you can see there are 4 variables: age in years, then glucose, household expenses, household income, and treatment cost. Suppose through this frequency tab, I want to find how many persons of age 25 and 50 are here in the data set. So I just need to transfer this variable in the variable box. By clicking this arrow, I can transfer age into the variable box. Make sure here you can see here a box, or you can see here a message written here that is display frequencies table. Make sure this should be checked. Apart from that, I am not clicking on any of the options given here like statistics, charts, etc. I am just clicking on OK. Are you able to see the output?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now we will analyze the output of frequencies. The first table is labeled as statistics. It is giving you two things. One is valid cases, second is missing cases. There is 250 cases which are valid, and there is nothing, no missing values in the data set. So this is the description, or this is the interpretation of this particular table. Now moving towards the next table. Question was the how many persons are there in the data set whose age is 25 and 50. So you can see here there are 2 persons whose age is 25, and there are 5 persons whose age is 50. So this way we can say the occurrence of observations in our data set. Next column is indicating you the percent. How we can calculate percent? By dividing this frequency with the total number of frequencies. That is 1 into 100 divided by 250. We will get 0.4. And likewise, we will calculate the percent for the different observations. Valid percent indicate you. Suppose there are few missing values in the data set, and suppose there are 5 values are missing. In that case, there will be only 245 valid cases. So valid percent will be, suppose for 13, valid percent will be 1 divided by 245 into 100. In that way, we can calculate the valid percentage. Cumulative percent, I think well known to you all. How to calculate cumulative? For first observation, the percent will be as it is, that is 0.4. For the second, we will add the second percent to the first one, that is 0.4 plus 0.4, that is 0.8, then 0.8 plus 0.4, 1.2, and so on. So this way we can calculate the percent also. So you can see here total percent is 100 and total observations are 250. So this way we can calculate the frequencies. Again, I'm yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, Purvi here. Ma'am, I doubt if we are doing like survey or any question and we are trying to fill up, then it will be in hard copy. Then how to enter the data in directly SPSS, or we have to first enter the data in Word or Excel, then we import the data?
Ma'am, are you collecting the data through questionnaire or what?
Yes, ma'am, by question.
Google form? Through Google form? Or hard
No,
copy?
it's not Google form. Ma'am,
hard copy.
So I'm going at there, I'm taking their interview, and I am filled up the questionnaire. So it's a hard copy. Then how to
fill a hard copy? Yeah. Ma'am, if it's a hard copy, in that case, you need to take the help of either Excel. First of all, I will suggest you go to the Excel and then quantify your responses. Quantify meaning, suppose gender is there, you can divide gender into 2 categories, suppose male and female. So for male you can give 1, for female you can give 2. So suppose your first response is from a male, so you will give it as a 1, right? For female you can give it as a 2. That will be the one variable of your study. Suppose second variable is age, and you are measuring age in terms of, maybe you are asking someone, you are giving, suppose the range of age you are giving, suppose you are saying, ma'am, what is your age? In between 18 to 25, or it is in between 26 to 35, and so on. So suppose somebody is saying my age is 30, in between 26 to 35. In that way, again you need to code your data. How many categories you are taking in age group? Suppose you are taking 4 categories. That is from 18 to 24, 26 to 35, 36 to 45, and above 45. So you will give first to first category, 2 to second category, 3 to third category, and 4 to fourth category. If a percentage is between 25 to 26, you will code it as a 2. Got my point, ma'am? So this way, whatever data you are collecting through questionnaire or interview through hard copy, first of all, you need to quantify your data with the help of Excel
Ma'am,
sheet.
can you show one example?
Yeah, I can show you. Yeah,
Ma'am,
please
can you
wait.
show one example?
Yeah, I can show you. Please wait, sir. I'm sharing a. I will request you, please mute yourself and give me a minute. I am opening my file. I think now you can see the Excel sheet.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
See, now I am giving you example here. Suppose my first variable is age. So I need to give code to this particular age variable. There is I request Banu sir or Banu ma'am, please mute yourself so that you can listen me properly. Now I am giving code here. There are 4 categories, that is 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, and above 50. So the least one is 20 to 30. I am giving is 1. Wherever 20 to 30 range will come, I will give it as a 1. You can see here I am giving 1 for 20 to 30. For 30 to 40, it will be 2. 20 to 31. Above 50 is 4, 4, 3, 1, and likewise. We can give coding for the different variables. Suppose you can see here, income is also a variable in the sheet. So suppose 20 to 50,000 is the minimum category. So I am giving it category 1. No, minimum is below 20,000. I am giving below 20,000 is as a 1. Wherever below 20,000 will come, I will give it as a 1.
Madam, is there any formula for this, like coding?
No, ma'am, there is no formula. It is just for our understanding purpose. Whatever we are taking, we just need to define those things in the variable, in the SPSS only. And the important thing is that we must.
Ma'am, can I ask you one thing?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, supposedly the way you have been showing us this Excel sheet where we are coding our data. So basically what we need to do first is we have to define the variables first, right? We have to maintain our variable sheet, and thereafter accordingly we have to maintain our Excel sheet, which we can import also, right?
Yes, we can import easily Excel sheet in the SPSS. I have shown you the demo as well.
Yeah.
Important thing is that after collecting the data, because if suppose I am collecting my data from Google form,
right,
and in Google, I am showing you the sheet. In this sheet, I have collected data through the Google form. You can see here for the profession, I have given different options, but these are salaried, business, homemaker, self-employed, and all. So this is the qualitative data. We need to quantify it by
exactly
what, ma'am? So
Yeah,
we
yes,
need to
yes.
quantify each and every category, each and every variable, because SPSS is a quantitative package. It works only on numbers. So whatever category we are taking for the study purpose or analysis purpose, we need to quantify them first. Only then we can take those things in the SPSS. Even SPSS give you the chance to replace these values, but I will suggest you first you will do everything in Excel, only then you can import these things in the SPSS. That will help you in a better way. I hope you got the answer, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. So this was from my part. If any query, you can ask me.
Hello, ma'am. Kanchan,
Yeah,
ma'am.
yeah.
Ma'am, good
Yeah.
evening. Ma'am,
Good
good
evening.
evening. First of all, thank you so much for sharing knowledge. It is very informative session. Ma'am, can you please help me out because I'm not having SPSS software. So where can I get it, ma'am? Can you please help me out for this?
Ma'am, I can suggest you one thing. SPSS is a costly software. You can only download it for the trial purpose only. 14 days trial purpose is trial version is available on IBM site, or there is one more link I have sent to the Ajay sir. Maybe he will share with you all. So with that you can download the software. But if you want to access the actual version or the main version of SPSS, for that you need to consult to any institute which have this particular software. They can give you that software in PD, that is pen drive. With the help of that, you can download that software.
Okay, fine, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, I have a question.
Ma'am, hello.
Yes, ma'am, I can listen you.
Ma'am, in variable view, there is one tab is there role, and in that input is written. What is that, ma'am?
Ma'am, it is by default input, and there is no role for general purpose, general analysis purpose. That is why I'm not covering that. It is by default input. That means it is taking all the variable whatever we have defined here.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, I have a question.
Yes.
Ma'am. Yeah, ma'am, the first frequencies which you showed in the output, there age is a continuous variable, no? It is like 14, 15, 16. It is not categorized, right?
Ma'am, that is I have told you for the understanding purpose. That is I have given you just an example. But generally, age is a scale variable, continuous variable.
Ma'am,
I hope you got
if we have and what we have collected in a questionnaire, age, and then there is no options. You have to simply write your age.
So in that way, ma'am, you can ma'am.
And then, but in SPSS, I have simply written continuous variables as age. But then if I want to categorize it and show in the frequencies, then is there any option in SPSS to do that in the same data?
Ma'am, I'm not getting you. You mean to say you have taken age as an open question. You have not given the ranges.
I took
right?
age as an open question.
Yeah.
So then when I did frequencies, I thought, okay, I should have categorized it.
Yeah.
So that time, can I work on the file likewise?
Means after that you have divided age in the interval terms, right? This is your meaning?
Now I want to make it interval. So,
ma'am, you can easily do this. I can show you this. You can see here in the Excel. Suppose.
क्या कहाँ करना है?
Hello. sheet I am showing you?
Hello.
Okay.
You are
Hello.
able to see?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm defining here I'm letting you know how you can do that, how you can convert age in interval.
Okay, ma'am.
Hello. Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. Hello.
Ma'am, just a minute. I am solving the problem of one particular person, and I will take you.
Okay, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Have we not defined output variable, ma'am?
Ma'am?
Have we not defined? Yeah.
Ma'am, I think one member have asked me how to convert age into the interval variable. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Okay.
कुछ बोल रहे हो क्या अभी और थोड़ा सा
बाकी सभी लोग आप लोग माइक म्यूट कर लीजिए प्लीज चंचल में बोल सकते हैं प्रेजेंटेशन के बाद आपका वॉइस म्यूट है आपका वॉइस म्यूट है
now you can hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Ajay sir. Now, ma'am, I am coming to your question. You said you have collected age as an open-ended question. Now you want to convert it in the interval form, right?
Correct.
Correct. So, ma'am, suppose I have taken here an example. Suppose these are the ages which you have taken.
Okay.
Now I have made the intervals.
Okay.
It's totally up to you in which way you want to make the interval. Suppose I have made here from 13 to 15, 16 to 18, 19 to 22, 23 to 25.
Okay,
Now the person has said my age is 13, so that will come into the 13 to 15
First
category.
category. Yeah.
Got it, ma'am. 14 will also come in this category, 13 again in this category, then 16 will come in this category. So this way you can convert your data into the interval form, right, ma'am?
So we will have to do it manually, right, ma'am?
You have to do it manually. It is not available in SPSS.
Okay, ma'am. That's what. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, welcome, ma'am. My pleasure. Ma'am? Anyone
Hello.
else? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
my question is, ma'am, SPS technology only used for numerical value.
Yes, ma'am.
Is this system only used for numerical value?
Yes, ma'am. SPSS is quantitative package. It only deals in numbers.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, this side Anjali.
Hi, Anjali, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am, you are telling us both the ways. You are telling us regarding the Excel, you are telling us regarding the SPSS.
Yes,
if our
ma'am.
data size is around 1 lakh, if your data size is around 1.5 lakh, to assigning it like manually, it will be so difficult to do it. There are a lot of chances that we can commit an error.
Yeah.
So, like how we can use or how this error part can be reduced. Like when we are entering, we can't enter the data directly to SPSS. My first question is this, and how this error can be reduced?
Error in what, ma'am? I'm not getting you in error part.
Ma'am, right now you said that someone asked that we need to enter 13, 14, 15 age groups. Like if we have an open-ended question regarding age.
Yeah.
So we have to convert it manually to the interval scale.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, like is there any method in SPSS or in Excel to automatically convert it into the classification or into class?
We can do one thing. We can go. We can use the find and search option.
Okay, you can use find and search option.
Yeah, find and replace option you can use. With the help of that, you can easily convert data.
And then what is the basic difference between this MS Excel and SPSS?
Sorry, ma'am, in?
What is the basic difference, ma'am? If we see both the softwares, we can do multiple things in MS Excel also, and we can do things in SPSS also. Why nowadays we prefer SPSS more? Like why it is having so
Because
much
it's totally
importance?
concentrated on analysis point. In Excel, we can do so many other things. Those things we cannot do in SPSS. But in SPSS, we can totally concentrate on statistical part, totally concentrate on analysis part.
Okay.
And every inbuilt tool is here, which allow us to analyze the data. There are so many tools available which are not there in Excel.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Hello.
Thank you.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, Chanchal ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir. I can listen you, please.
Yeah, Chanchal ma'am. Someone has asked the question how we can define the that range in SPSS, and I think you have shown that manually we can do it in Excel. But ma'am, this facility is available in SPSS transform, and already you have shown that data block that is missing value.
Yes, sir.
And below this missing value, so third column is range. So
Yes,
there we can define range of our data. For example, marks or income or profit or loss or cost, etc., etc. And in this way, we can fill this data. We can define this range, and we can find intervals of entire data, n number of data, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Okay, I will check it one more time. Then I will come back.
Ma'am, I have done it through this that transform facility so many times.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, welcome, ma'am. Welcome.
Hello.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Welcome,
ma'am,
welcome,
Neha
ma'am.
this side. Good evening, Neha this side.
Yes, ma'am.
One question. You have shown how to enter, like how to codify your all the questions in quantitative method, like one to male to female. My question is when we export the data from Excel to SPSS, so like X file here where we have codified the whole. Now when we export data, the whole data will come in the SPSS because the detailed thing is also written.
Hello.
Ma'am, we export the data, then the detailing will also get included in SPSS because.
Ma'am, your voice is not clear to me. Hello. Ma'am, in that case, you can drop your question in the chat option.
Hello. Yeah, ma'am.
Hello.
Neha this side. Neha this side, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I was
Yes,
asking.
Neha, ma'am. Yes.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. You are audible.
Just one question, ma'am. When you quantified the data, you showed me in the Excel form. You have done that. Male 1, female 2, as on like so on.
Yes,
so when we export the data to SPSS, so how will it take the only quantities, because it is written the details also in that Excel?
It will take as it is. Whatever there in Excel, it will take as it is.
So, ma'am, but it was written like it will take only the quantity.
You can see here. You can see here. This is the Excel
yes,
sheet.
ma'am.
Here names is also there. Username, that means mail ID is also there. If I will pick this particular Excel sheet in SPSS, it will be taken as it is.
Okay, the name will also be visible.
Yes. This and the type of that particular name variable will be string then.
And when we are going to analyze it, then we have to use the quantitative column only.
Yeah, only quantitative data only we can use here.
That quantified column can be used for analysis.
Used only for analysis purpose. We can remove these from the SPSS window.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, this is Prasad here.
Hello, sir.
Hello. I have one question.
Yes, sir.
I have a data which I have coded in zeros and ones or multi-state, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So is it possible to do statistical analysis with such a data?
Yes, sir. Easily you can do. There is no problem with the data.
Because this is related to the phylogeny. I have some species and I have measured their different characteristics like spore number or spore size, which I have converted to zeros and ones.
Sir,
Or
there
maybe
is no
multi-state.
0 and 1 is only for our standard understanding purpose, that 0 means what and 1 means what. We are just telling the software, we are giving command to the software, that means 0 stand for this, 1 is stand for this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome, sir.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, I just give you a suggestion that can we use Control E in Excel so that we can put the data easily. We just give the command in the same way and then use Control E, that the data will automatically get from that command actually. So it is possible in this case now. It is my suggestion that we usually use that command in our Excel sheet to maintain that accounting means Excel files.
Sir, Control E in SPSS.
Control E in Excel actually.
We can give Control E here.
And so that manually it's very hard to put all the data. That many people says that we have 1 lakh data. So the data will differentiate in some specific category, 4 or 5 or 6. So that we just put that 4 or 5 category and then we use the Control E so that the data will automatically get that on all the particular
Yes, sir, we can do this thing. We can do this thing.
That will easy to all. That's why I am just sharing. That is the
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. It can be used.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Welcome, sir. Hello, Priyanka ma'am. Hello. Hello, Priyanka ma'am. Hello, Priyanka ma'am. Hello.
Hello, yeah, is there any queries? Yeah, participants who want to be asked the questions to ma'am, please ask. Okay, okay. Thank you, Sanjana madam. This is Dr. Jay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I hope
Yes, madam, please.
it was an informative session for you all. So now I am signing off. I'm
one question.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
We can get recording of the today's session, please. We can get recording of the today's session. We can.
Madam, right now we can.
We can get recording.
Yeah, wait, please. Right now we cannot assure for this. Actually, we, first of all, we have required to discuss with speaker. Then we will update you in WhatsApp group.
Madam, one last question. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I can listen to you.
Yeah. Wanted to know what is the purpose of like defining the missing value when we are not going to calculate it.
Ma'am, thing is that every time my mean is that for some purpose, for some reason, if for particular calculation or for particular hypothesis, I don't want that particular category should not be the part of the analysis. For that category, I can define that. Otherwise, there is no need to define.
There is not much. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome, ma'am.
Yes. Someone is left for question.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome all.
Okay.
I hope it was an informative session for you all. I wish you all a happy learning and a good health. We will meet you on coming Saturday now. Bye. Take care.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
ma'am. Hello.
Bye, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Hello.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am. Stay safe.
Yeah.
Hello.
Professor Jain.
Shubham,
Hello.
are we going to get the recording of this presentation?
So definitely we will update you after taking permission from the expert. Definitely we will update you.
Sir, please send the